Hi, this is Fred, and I'm currently checking your slopes here, and it looks like we exceed the 2% slope required on ADA accessible stalls. So this is just for your information, just FYI, just to let you know. It's good to always keep your ADA stalls compliant to avoid any complaints. But yeah, we're at 2.4 there. We're at 2.0 there. But yeah, it was hit and miss. So when I was there, 2.6, 2.7, 2.4, 2.0. So yeah, that's something to consider as part of the budget, overall budget for this project. Also, this tripping hazard here between the ramp and the accessible stalls, that's considered a barrier, should be removed and repaired so it's nice and flush. Here the ramp, I'm checking the slope on the ramp just to keep you informed on this, and this is also hit and miss because you exceed the 8.33%, here 8.7 and so forth. So ramps like this should not exceed 8.33 per code. However, I don't want to overblow your budget either. If there's no budget for this at this point, this is just for informational purposes. In the future, just something to consider to allocate maybe funds for this in the near future, when there's a chance. But yeah, other than that, here's the accessible stall again. I recommend we look into this. And yeah, so overall the pavement looks in fairly good condition. Just it's been missing on the maintenance, lacking on the maintenance aspect. But yeah, overall it's in good shape. Yeah, except for this pothole actually. But it's salvageable. Overall, the pavement, I would say it's in good condition. It's salvageable, except for potholes here and there. So that pothole that we passed by, I should definitely repair that. That's like a 10 by 10 patch. But yeah, overall here it's in great condition, very healthy. The only thing is that the seal coating, the sealing, the striping needs to be redone. It's very important to always seal your surfaces. Like this crack here that I'm walking over, this should be sealed. You should not allow water to penetrate through the crack. When you allow water to penetrate, that's the root of all your pavement issues, the root of all problems with your pavement, and usually leads to very costly repairs in the future, is water. Never allow water to seep through the cracks. Never allow to go through a winter or rainy season with cracks or openings in your asphalt pavement, because this gets your base and sub base wet, moist, and mushy, which creates unstable soils, which then creates cracks, alligator cracks, lightning cracks, all kinds of cracks, and eventually potholes and the deterioration of the pavement. You want to avoid accelerated deterioration of your pavement, and you do this by keeping your pavement sealed and maintained. You replenish the coating that gets eroded through the rain, through the sun, through the hot and the cold, through erosion, by seal coating. So it's very important to seal coat to protect your surfaces. Here I'm just checking this other AD accessible stall. This one looks in great shape with the slopes. It meets all the slopes, the cross slopes and the running slopes. And here's the accessible, the access aisle, and also it's in good condition as far as the slope, meets all the requirements, doesn't exceed the slope, is not excess of slope or anything. So I just wanted to check that for you, just to make sure you knew all the information while I was there. But yeah, it looks in great shape here. Checking this up here, and this is the landing. This is considered the landing area in front of the door. Also has to be less than 2% in any direction. But yeah, the pavement is in great shape. It's just been eroded, it's faded, it's a little bit worn out on the top, but it's still salvageable. You just need to seal coat it to replenish the worn out surface. Also, you want to avoid the rocks and the pebbles to become loose, and then eventually you get loose gravel on top of your pavement. That's something that's never desired. But yeah, here's some pavement that I see. Here's a crack that we need to fill, seal. All these weeds growing, we need to remove those weeds, remove the dirt between the cracks, and then seal them. But yeah, you might have a little bit of drainage issues, the ponding here of the water. But in order to fix that, we'll probably need to do a larger scope there, remove a larger area on overlay, probably, so we can channel the water elsewhere. But yeah, overall here this is in good shape. Nothing too bad. Here's where I see problems, alligator cracking. Here's more problems around here. So yeah, definitely here all this is like a 20 wide patch here. All this, I can see it. Yep, around this old patch. There's a 10 by 10. Okay, so I made note of that. Definitely, that area needs to be redone. And here maybe a little patch here, 10 by 10. Yeah, everything else looks in fairly good condition. Yeah, seal coating and crack filling should be good. Here, like I said, I mean, if you have a budget, I would definitely patch this area, but if not, we can just leave it out. So what I'm gonna do when I prepare a quote, I'm gonna go ahead and send you some options. Well, I think I have someone wanted to say hi. I think it's the lot guard, the security lot, or the lot security. Yeah, but anyways, I just told them that I was just checking out the pavement, scoping it, and give them some guidance and suggestions. Moving on to the pavement. So yeah, over here, looks like some previous crack filling done, needs to be redone. Yeah, overall, I can't complain too much. It looks in fairly good condition. Just been a little bit neglected on this maintenance aspect, but it's still in time to salvage it. There's a lot of opportunity to salvage your pavement to prevent it from accelerated deterioration, which happens when it's not seal coated properly every 3 years. Ideally, every 3 years, that's the recommended routine to seal coat, to protect, to cover your surfaces, to prevent them from getting eroded, to prevent water intrusion, which is the root of all your problems. You want to maintain and preserve your pavement for as long as possible by sealing all the surfaces. So here's another 10 by 10, and here's another 10 by 10, another 10 by 10. That's 300 square feet there. One on the other side, 400 square feet. And then 4 more on the other side, 400 square feet. That's 800 square feet. Here we have another 10 by 10. 900 square feet. This is a concrete area. We probably is gonna leave that there as is. And we might consider in the future to just remove the concrete and just pave asphalt all over this, so it looks uniform, nice, and to prevent the pitting and the failing concrete there. Yeah, but overall, that's my general assessment on this pavement. We're so far around 900 square feet of repairs. Yeah, overall everything else here looks good. This side of the lot, I think it's the one the auxiliary lot that's rarely used. Looks in great shape actually. I don't see any cracks, just surface wear and tear. It's been worn out, but you need to replenish the surface coating with the seal coating. That's the purpose of sealing and coating, to seal the surfaces from water when making it waterproof, watertight, and prevent water from seeping through the pebbles between the cracks, and to prevent erosion and premature degradation. But yeah, here looks good. The seal coating will make this surface looks very smooth compared to how it is coarse right now. It will cover the pebbles, the rock, the aggregate, and make it look nice. Here we'll fill all these cracks to prevent water going through, and this side looks great. And here we come across the concrete exposed aggregate, which at some point, it can be considered to be replaced, just so it looks nice asphalt there. Yep, you can see it's the pebbles have been coming out along the years. But yeah, so we're back where we started here at the first accessible stall here that needs a little bit of correction on the slopes. I'll probably prepare a quote on this just to so you have this in mind, to see if there's a budget for this. We can allocate it and get it done this year. Yeah, that'll be great. I want to have another I wanted to say hi, just explaining the process, how we're doing an assessment on the project, on the scope of work, recommended. He was a little bit curious, just wanted to inform him. But yeah, we need a little bit of correction here on the accessible stalls to make sure there's no complaints. Here we have the pothole there, another 10 by 10 patch. Yeah, so we're definitely around the 1,000 square feet of pothole and alligator patching repairs. So I'm gonna go ahead and send you a quote for seal coating the whole parking lot, restriping it, filling all the cracks, and then about 1,000 square feet of pothole repairs. So that's the summary of this scope of work for this project, what I would recommend. And I believe this to be the most thorough estimate, the most thorough evaluation of a parking lot project here. And yeah, so you'll be very satisfied with the results. Um, and yeah, of course, there's always going to be blemishes and imperfections of the parking lot here and there. I mean, unless you replace the whole thing, then you're going to have 100% perfect parking lot, right? But again, nobody has a budget to replace the whole thing from scratch. So something fair and in the middle, I think, would be the 1,000 square feet of pothole repairs here and there, and damage. You know, we won't get every single crack and damage, but we'll get most of it. We'll salvage the pavement. We'll get a few more years out of it. And yeah, we can still keep allocating some funds, you know, every 3 years for pothole repairs and alligator crackings as they come up, as they start, how they, you know, start to develop, and then we'll fix them then. But yeah, this way it's not a huge impact on the cash flow of the business. But yeah, here the access aisle here is in good condition. But yeah, here we have to be less than 2% cross slope and less than 2% running slope. But yeah, I think you're missing one of the signs here, on the signs on the post. I need to double check. But yeah, here's the landing in front of the door. Looks good. Nothing major. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my recommendations. Again, it's been a pleasure. This is Fred, doing an overview of a parking lot scope of work here. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. Here's the main corridor, the most transited area here. There's where I think there's a little bit of ponding issues, which in the future, maybe not now, but maybe in the future you might want to consider fixing the water drainage there. And yeah, here we're back to this area, what we see. So so here's like a 10 by 10, another 10 by 10 is like 200 square feet there. Here's another 10 by 10, 200 square feet over here, another 10 by 10. So we're 500 square feet here. There are 500 square feet here. Maybe another one over here. Yep. So usually how this works, I like to giving a budget for 1,000. I would like to give you a budget for 1,000 square feet of repairs of damaged areas. I'll pick and choose the most damaged areas, and I'll allocate the square footage, the 1,000 square footage that we quote you on, and yeah, so we'll allocate this to the worst areas. Then we'll seal coat the new and the old, so it looks uniform. We'll crack fill and restripe. So yeah, that's pretty much my overall analysis. I hope this video is useful. If you're needing some help with this, anyone, feel free to get a hold of me. You know, I'll be glad to help you. And yeah, I'll be talking to you soon and signing off. And talk to you again. Bye bye.